FOMO, or the fear of missing out on something, is a real pain in the ass. Since literally forever, I've been having such a hard time stopping myself from succumbing to impulsive buying and creating artificial needs for myself. Like, I'll hear about a game that I know is gonna come out, and how I should absolutely play it, even if I was interested to try it in the first place. I was planning on waiting for the right occasion to play it, or maybe a sale. The problem is that with social media constantly exposing me to the game, it makes me even more excited, and there is a part of me that is scared of spoilers. If I don't play it right now, I feel like I'm gonna get spoiled, and it's gonna ruin the game for me. Since I had my first job and could basically afford anything, I've kept buying things over and over because I was convincing myself I needed them. I bought a PC, a TV that I ended up selling, then I bought another one, I bought a tablet that I also ended up selling, then I bought another tablet that I also ended up selling. I got into modern consoles, so every time a new console would come out, like the Xbox Series X, the PS5, I pretty much bought them day one. I started getting into retro gaming back a little bit after COVID, and I bought a ton of retro games, and I loved it. I'm not saying these are all bad decisions I made in the past, it's just that a lot of these decisions were really impulsive. Like, I didn't really think about it. I was just like, I can buy it, I'm interested in it, so now I'm just gonna buy it. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna do my research. I want that thing, and I'm gonna get that thing. I bought so many books and mangas that I haven't even touched, and that's not even all of the compulsive buying iceberg for me. But yeah, I'm not proud of it. Like, at first, when I get a new piece of technology, I'm really excited about it for the first week. Like, I'm so happy with it. I watch videos to convince myself I made the right decision, and I know I'm not the only one, trust me, I know it. And then I'll either stop using it or take it for granted and start looking for my next obsession. But I think a lot of these bad decisions I made in the past ended up being lessons for me that I try to, apply these days. Like right now, I'm looking for a new TV. It's been a while. I think I've been looking for it maybe for a year and a half. Like, do I need it? Obviously not. I want something bigger, I want newer features, and all that, all that BS, basically. I'm trying to convince myself I don't need to switch to also, and I feel left behind because, there's all these new games, and I feel like I should be up to date with this generation of Nintendo games. But, having video games as a hobby and passion is so hard because, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to feel left behind. In my head, it's not fun, and, I'm the dumb one, but I know I'm not alone. I think there's a couple of factors that go into these decisions. There's the fact that I don't want to use it as an excuse, but, there's a bit of me having ADHD, so, I'd be jumping from interest to interest or passion to passion because I want to try this new thing. Let's say I want to try drawing, and, I need this equipment if I want to get good at drawing, but I didn't even get the fundamentals, so it's just really dumb in the first place, but, it's a way of justifying myself. So yeah, it's an everyday struggle, but I'm working on it. So here are, let's say, my solutions. The thing that helps me avoiding it, if I can say that. First, one thing that I like to do is to wait a month. You know, let's say let's say you want a new camera, you know. You're really obsessed over wanting to start with photography, and you're like, I want this camera because, you know, I saw a video about it and that it's a great beginner camera. But the thing is, you shouldn't buy it right away. Like, it sounds like the right move, but you shouldn't. Because, especially, like I said, as an ADHD, that really... my mind is all over the place, so I may not even be interested in it in 2 weeks. So you should wait a month. Like, you can put it in your, you know, your grocery bag, whatever the word is, your basket, you know, on Amazon or whatever website you're using, or your whatever. So you should do that in the first place and wait a month. You know, you can watch videos on it, but see if this passion, this interest fades away with time. Because in my opinion, at least with my experience, a lot of the time it does fade away. This sudden need for a new camera, a new gaming console, a new TV, even if it's not technology, you know, this new exercise equipment or anything, you know. After a month, sometimes it just leave your mind and you start being interested with something else, or you just understand that you just don't need it, or you know that you can just wait and find an even better one for an even better price. One thing you could also do is ask around, you know, ask your friends, your family what they think about this object you're wanting. Maybe they'll change your opinion. Maybe they'll just say, yeah, that's a great idea. And maybe you're making the right decision, but sometimes it just helps to have an outside opinion. Look at what you already have also. And the last things you bought. Did you really use this last thing you bought? Let's say you bought a new console, a new, game system. Let's say you bought a Switch 2. And you don't even use it. You bought it 2 months ago and you've played it maybe 2-3 times. Maybe it wasn't really worth it. So is this next purchase also worth it? Does it have the same value as the Switch you just bought? Or do you have the same interest in it? Are you as excited as you were for the Switch 2? If you really, really want it after a month, I would say put money on the side for this specific object. Let's say it's $500. Put $100 per month for it on the side, you know? And maybe after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you'll have changed your mind. Or if you waited like 6 months, there's a lot of chance that you'll enjoy it even more because you waited for it. You know, that is called delayed gratification. You probably already know about it or not, and that's fine. Now, please, one thing you need to stop doing is comparing yourself to others. You know, most of the influencers you're watching are trying to make you buy things that are way out of your budget. You know, they're out of touch with what is affordable for most people, not because they're, bad people or whatever. You know, they're just, they live a different lifestyle than you know, so their budget is way higher. So they'll say like, or maybe they've been sponsored and they just got a new camera, like the last Sony camera, or the new TV, like a new OLED TV. Obviously it's really, really appealing, but you can't afford it. So if you can't afford it right now, either wait or just assume that maybe it's just not the thing for you. A lot of people are also buying things just because they want to show off, to the neighbor or to their friend, to their family. They're not even enjoying this thing. It's just exactly like they're flexing. They're trying to, show value instead of having value. It's just, at the end of the day, it's just hardware, or it's just a thing. It's useless technically. Like, if you really look at it, all of it is pretty much useless. And you should really understand that every single day a new thing is coming out. So you'll always look forward to the next thing. So if you start looking at what you have instead of what you don't have, first, maybe you'll have a new appreciation for this thing that you already have. Let's say you have an old gaming console. Let's say you just dusted off your old N64 and you're plugging it to your screen or whatever, and you're like, damn, I haven't played these games in such a long time and I love it so much, and I already had those things. I didn't have to pay for it. Like, it's so good sometimes. Just look back at what you already have. It's really important. As I was saying earlier, I've been looking for a TV for a while. I really wanted to buy it right now. I've been having a Samsung Q78 that I bought in 2022. It's a 2021 TV. It's a QLED. It's a pretty nice TV. I loved it when I first bought it. It was really fun to have. Playing with the settings, and oh my god, it looks so beautiful with my PS5 or whatever. And now I'm looking into newer TV. I want a 75-inch instead of a 55-inch. And yeah, it all looks cool, but it's not necessary for now, especially because I don't even have the place for it. I'm just trying to convince myself that I can buy it. So one thing I decided to do is I just decided to wait, put some money on the side every month. Like, I put, let's say, $200 per month on the side, and I decided to buy it as a gift when I'll move into an apartment. So this delayed gratification will just feel so much better in the end. So just to go back for the gaming aspect of it, the new games that will be coming out, I know you want this new game. There's a lot of games that I've been wanting to play for a while, and it's frustrating seeing all the streamers and influencers or even your friends playing it instead of you. But you won't enjoy the game more if you play it when it comes out. Like, it just won't necessarily happen. Even if you wait 6 months, you will enjoy the game as much, if not more, than you would have playing it day one. Because when you play it day one, there's always a part of you that feels forced too, just because the game is new. It's like, it's the new big thing. Let's say a game like Crimson Desert that just came out. Obviously, I wanted to play it day one. I've been wanting to play this game for a while. Since the first trailer, I was hooked. I was really interested in playing it, and I've heard a lot of great things about it. But I look at my library right now, and I have a lot of games I haven't played, and a lot of games I can buy that are way cheaper. I can buy a $5 game and have a lot of fun with it. And I think I'll just wait for the game when it either comes on sale or when I've played more game from the library, from my library. My last point would be to start looking at the best bang for your bucks, you know? Like, instead of looking at the high end of, you know, the object you're looking for, let's say, you know, I'll use the camera as an example again. If you're looking at the best of the best, the camera that is like, I don't know, $4,000, yeah, obviously it's gonna be better. But if you don't even know how to use it, it'll be pretty much useless. So look at the best camera for your budget. Because if the camera overperform or, you know, overachieve what it's supposed to do when you're comparing it to others, you know, other camera for the same price, you'll be really, really, really happy. You'll think like, damn, this camera was so freaking cheap and I get so much value from it. And it's really satisfying and fun. This video is mostly me trying to convince myself, because, you know, I've been working on it for a while, but I'm not perfect. So yeah, I do be struggling on the subject, on FOMO and all of it. So yeah, just thank you for listening. You know, if you have anything to say about it, I'd be happy to look at it in the comments. If you liked it, don't forget to maybe subscribe or like it. And I'll see you around, guys, and have a nice day.